there it is. It's still only game 2, and it's going to be the one between Johannes and RYOHEI. And as you can see, we have yet another deck among the types LUNALIGHT. Are you guys surprised at all?
Oh, I'm a little bit surprised, but I did kind of talk about if you can get a good meta call, you think people are going to be playing field breakers as opposed to those interactions from the hands. LUNALIGHT has the opportunity to shine. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's actually 1-1. I think they're in game number 3, which makes a lot more sense with the time on the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see you, Billy, showing me that deck in your deck box this weekend, the LUNALIGHT deck. It seems to be a favorite of yours, and it's certainly an interesting one.
Yeah.
It does quite a lot of powerful things.
Yeah, no, I love the LUNALIGHT deck because, I mean, if Drone Lockbird is a popular card in the format, LUNALIGHTs are going to struggle. It's really tough against the deck because the new card, LUNALIGHT Gold Leo, being a secret rare out of Duelist Advance, is really wonderful for the deck, but it needs to add a card to your hand and then discard a card, and then the cards you discard is usually going to add you another card. So if you get hit by a Drone Lockbird there, it can be quite devastating. You can still go into something like number 41, Baguska, the terribly tired Tapier, but it can really shut down your deck. But if, like I said, if your opponent's not playing those hand interactions, and you can have access to the LUNALIGHT Liger Dancer, which is their powerful new fusion monster with 3,800 attack. It's unaffected by all other card effects. It can attack twice. You can send a LUNALIGHT fusion from your extra deck to the graveyard as a quick effect to destroy all special summon monsters your opponent controls. It's an absolutely incredible card. Kind of reminds me of the same vein as Masterpiece, the true Draco Slaying King.
Absolutely, I mean. And Yum is definitely one of those matchups for which the deck is, I guess, designed to beat, because they don't really have an out to the card if you're able to, you know, bring up your big fusion monster. So we'll see whether, you know, RYOHEI is able to stop it in his track. I mean, it was definitely a deck that was popular somewhat in the OCG, so I'm sure he has, you know, played against it in the past. But it will be interesting to see, you know, the approach on as well the Yummy deck, as we have seen different deck lists over here, for example, as mentioned, winning YCS Vancouver. And yeah, we'll see whether he agrees with our take on the deck, or he's gonna take us to school.
Definitely can't wait to see this matchup, and you know, we're in the exciting game number 3. I love how all the players here, they came prepared. We haven't seen a lot of people playing slow, taking too long to think. They're practiced and prepared because they knew that these time rolls were going to be different at the World Championship, and it's really awesome to see.
Yeah, I want to see maybe a sphere mode, you know, against Yummy or against LUNALIGHT.
Oh, yeah, especially if you open up with like the ideal turn 1 field and you have like a couple copies of Liger Dancer on top of a Baguska, yeah, the sphere mode can really catch you off guard. Lava Golem's also pretty strong against LUNALIGHT as well.
Yeah, let's see. Who do we think will get to go first this time?
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be RYOHEI, just blind, but you never know. It could,
How?
hey, I'm a man of chances. Let's see. Let's find out.
50-50, I guess. Let's see if you win it. It looking like the other way around for me, but let's see.
All right, yep, you're right.
Yeah.
So it could be a potential. Maybe there was a Drone Lockbird that got sighted in one game number 1.
Fair enough.
It looks like we're starting off with Polymerization.
Polymerization, yeah, is the card to start things off.
This is good.
Yeah.
Using Black Sheep and Silverhound, they both have effects when they are sent to the graveyard here. But he's going to summon Perfume Dancer, and as it dances, it adds a LUNALIGHT Perfume from the deck to the hand.
Black Sheep takes me back to those 2017, not gonna lie.
Little darker days, yeah.
Fair enough. I mean,
Fusion Substitute, Norden, yeah.
I enjoyed it. I don't know.
It was fun, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the most powerful combos we had at the time, but nowadays people are using Black Sheep even more effectively because you can start adding back polymerizations and things like that.
Yeah, way more effective in the LUNALIGHT strategy, but the infinite impermanence cutting off the LUNALIGHT Perfume here from the Perfume Dancer is huge, because not only does the LUNALIGHT Perfume special summon back a LUNALIGHT from the graveyard, it's also a way you're going to access stuff like LUNALIGHT Tiger or LUNALIGHT Wolf from your deck to your hand. But it looks like he's going to add back the Silverhound with the Black Sheep effect, since it was sent to the graveyard.
We saw an impermanence from RYOHEI. I mean, the question is always, when you play against a deck that might not be, you know, the most popular, where to use your interruptions, and we'll see whether that was eventually the correct choice. From.
And the Silverhound here is going to special summon out the Leo. The Leo is going to add from the deck to the hand, unless RYOHEI has the response, and it's going to be Dominus Purge. With the trap in the graveyard already is huge because Leo also has the second effect that if LUNALIGHT's sent to the graveyard, you can add one back from the graveyard. So negating it and destroying it is huge.
Yeah, this is rough for Johannes. Like, losing the search and the monster can sometimes be really devastating. A bit like one of Marcello's favorite cards, I want to say, the Cyframe Gamma. You know, get the negating and destroying can sometimes just mean all the difference there.
This might just be an SP Little Knight here.
Yeah, we see it on the top. We're thinking about it for sure.
That's really rough because it looks like Johannes has got 2 copies of Triple Tactics Thrust in his hand.
And had to face 2 interactions from the hand, but they were both trap cards.
Yeah, you can see he's smiling a little bit, but yeah, I think that's about it.
This
Just
is
gonna banish the trap, but
brutal here.
Wow.
Yeah, get that out of here, the the Dominance Purge.
And that's a pass. Yep.
All right, play back to RYOHEI. Will he be able to capitalize on the disruption that he had?
Yeah, it was such a strong start for Johannes there, backed up by the 2 thrusts as well, but the absolute perfect answer for RYOHEI.
Yep, just an SP Little Knight. It's going to have to see if that is going to be enough. I have a feeling it's not. You know, I can't. I don't want to give up on my LUNALIGHT man here.
Well, sometimes depending on the hand for the Yummy deck, right? It might be the case that it's tough to play into. If you just open like 1 or 2 Yummies or just a single Yummy, and then you have to use an effect, and then the SP can banish something, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case here. That looks like a copy of Sky Striker Engage for RYOHEI. So gonna.
He does still have the Silverhound interaction here. He can banish it alongside a LUNALIGHT fusion to negate that engage. We'll have to see if that is going to be enough, though.
What do you think of negating engage? Because I feel like you just want to wait maybe for drones. I mean, no one is really playing other targets, but just in case, get rid of the drones.
Yeah, because then if you get rid of the drones, I guess, yeah, there's going to be tough to be able to get to Kagari to add it back later, but we're going to see a normal summon of Flawless. This could be a Typhon just coming down. Nope, it's a Link summon.
Yeah, Purulia sent to the graveyard.
Almirage. And that is a Link 1 monster, and now he can special summon Yummy monsters from the hand.
And that is the case. No effect, of course, to play around that SP, but that lock into a synchro summon could be the Cupsy way. Let's see.
Lollipop way, not the one you want to have, but as long as you can get into Cupsy way, you're ready to go. It's going to add 2 Yummy cards from the deck to the hand, and he'll have to send one to the graveyard.
Yeah, no chance.
The Lollipop way, I feel like, looks the happiest out of all of them. He's like, I have my lollipop. I'm so happy. But adding Cupsy and Cookie, the other 2 Yummies.
Yeah, maybe we should have added next to the croissant macaron like lollipop against cookie.
We're talking about all these croissants and macarons. I'm like, is it lunchtime yet? I'm getting hungry.
Looking at all the Yummies.
I had the same problem when Dolces came out. I was like demoing those cards, and I'm like, these cards are just making me hungry. I could go for a waffle right now. But the Cupsy's going to activate the effect on the field, and this is going to prompt Johannes to chain SP Little Knight to try and banish both.
We are just having a think whether we want to put back in the extra deck, but no, that's not going to be the case. So now we're free to go. And this deck can surprisingly push a lot of damage thanks to the field spell. So
speaking of surprises, he adds Yummy Surprise from the deck to the hand.
Yeah, once you get that field spell in rotation, all of your monsters gain 500 attack for every other beast on the field, which is just so much damage. It's a bit like equipping like Mage Power, or sorry, United We Stand to like all of your monsters at once. It's so much damage.
It's like exponential growth.
Yeah.
Not just a little bit at a time. They all gain the boost for each one, and there is...
Here comes Mignon.
The field spell that we're talking about.
I mean, you only need a monster now to just win, because you bring back 1, everything is already boosted by 1500, so as long as you summon a 4th one, that's 8000 by default without their attacks, so as straightforward as it gets, and you can just get into the Lollipop way if you want and summon back 2 and that's game. So that could be an easy way out for RYOHEI. Obviously, you never know what Johannes is holding into. Could be an Nibiru. You don't want to, maybe expose yourself.
Could be 2 copies of Triple Tactic Thrust.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, nowadays what you can often do is just see if you can save some things for the battle phase, because there's quite a lot of effects, like, for example, Izuna and Nibiru, where you have to use them during the main phase, or even something like Effect Veiler. So many interruptions are main phase only.
But yeah, it seems like although, you know, there was a solid effort from Johannes and his LUNALIGHT deck, this doesn't quite seem to be the case. And as our graphic shows, this duelist unfortunately lost round 1, so whoever is gonna be knocked out pretty much has to win from here on, because they will be a rough, you know, 0-2 start.
Yep, and this looks like a synchro summon for Lollipop, which is going to bring back 2 yummy monsters, as we already said. They're all gaining 500 for each one, so 2,000 attack points on top of what they're already at. So no matter what their original attacks are, that's 8,000 just right there on the field.
Is an handshake, as mentioned. This is enough to push for game. Nice smile from both. Love to see the sportsmanship, but it is going to be RYOHEI advancing with a 1-1 record.
Definitely the start you want to see.